So what I'm realizing more and more, what the issue is. So what is the issue? The issue is the drop brackets. They're not, the sway bar is not aligned properly in the drop brackets. It's a little bit too much to the right, if you will, the passenger side. You see how this drop bracket is a little too much this way. This way. It's a little too much this way, which causing that to not align properly and hook on there properly. So I have to push, I have to take these brackets out, drop brackets for the sway bar, and push it somewhat this way so it can align properly. See how this is here? See how this is? This is more to this is more to this way where the straight part is. This right here is leaning towards that way a little bit. So the sway bar bushing keeps slipping off. See that right there? So I just bought I bought a new link with its own bushings. See, the bushings on this side is fine, but they're different. I think they're like, anyway, so the bushings on this is just fine, but the bushings on here are not just fine. But the sway bar bushing keeps popping off, so I got a new sway bar link with its own bushings. I'm gonna replace that, and I'm gonna see if that doesn't pop off. And we're gonna take it for a test drive after we do that. So let's see what happens. So it's removed, and see, this one stays on, the top one, but the bottom one keeps slipping off for some reason. I don't know. So I went on Amazon, believe it or not. I went on Amazon and I got this for $20. It came the next day. So it's like the same thing though, right? I thought I was gonna get something different because in the picture it had like a black version or something, and I thought that was gonna be better or something, or it's gonna work. Because on the picture it had a black version, I thought it was gonna be better because my other side, the passenger side one, has black bushings. I thought maybe they were, I don't know, stronger or something than the blue ones. But let's see how this one works. So just to remove the bottom, I used 3/4 socket, but to remove the top bolts, I'm using a wrench, 18 millimeter. Better, a wrench can maneuver through here, this tight space better. So let's go. And by the way, as you can see, my tools are wet. I'm working in the rain. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm organizing the bolts I'm removing. So I'm putting them in Ziploc bags so I won't get them all bunched up and confused. So when I'm ready to install this part, I can just grab this bag. Ready to install that part, I can just grab whatever bag. So yeah, so I removed the bolts for these brackets. So I'm going to remove the brackets and the bushings and see what goes. So I remove the bracket. Alright, so I'm going to keep my hardware in the Ziploc next to the brackets they belong to. So now is the bushing. Unclip, take this out. Take you out, buddy. It's in good shape. Oh, where did it go? Here we go. It's in good shape. So let's get started. Again, put things together neatly where they go with, so when it's time to reinstall it, it'll be easy and simple. All right, so I took off the sway bar. Hold on. So I took off the sway bar. Here it is. And I adjusted the bushing brackets where it's not so much, it's not adjusted the bushing brackets where this is not so much pushed over there, it's pushed in. Now all I got to do is line it up properly and then tighten things up. All right. So I realigned it. You can see the drop brackets is now pushed over a little bit. And you can see this is pushed over. You can tell by right there. So I did realign it, but does that mean it works? Now, I aligned it up perfectly with here, but see, I aligned it here, but the blue side, I think it's the aftermarket blue thing, because from this side right here, I still feel it sinks in too much. Even though the same amount of screw is sticking out of here is sticking out of there, and the same amount of bushing is sticking out of here, but it seems like it sinks in a little more here. So it's maybe I got to get made for Ford or something, because I don't know about this. See the bushing, the black bushing sticks out. That's level, but right over there in between, it sinks out a little more than the other one, and it's aligned now. It's a lot better, but did I solve the problem is the issue. We won't know until we test drive this bad boy, and maybe eventually replace. I ordered this one from Amazon for $20, so maybe replace it with something better. If it pops out again. Let's see if it does, though. We take it for a test drive and we'll go from there. So I took it for a test drive, about 40 miles. I went fast, I went slow, I went over speed bumps, potholes, sharp turns, the whole nine, and it stayed put. Like I said, it's about 40-mile drive, and it stayed put. So the alignment adjustment fixed it. So I'm good to go.